Well, Ryan, you've been a busy guy the last 6 or so weeks. You made your first 2 hires in your tenure here as Director of Athletics at the University of Massachusetts. How did that process go for you?
It was great. Both processes were about a month long, and learned a lot about our women's basketball and ice hockey programs, and feel really good about where we ended up with both of those hires. I think they're going to make us better in the long run, build championship caliber programs, and excited about the future with Greg and Tori.
And Greg Carville and Tori Verdi both took over programs that were struggling and made them above 500 during their tenures. And certainly, if they could repeat that here, that would obviously be wonderful.
Yeah, strangely, they have very similar resumes, and we didn't plan that by any stretch. But both have been at their schools for 4 years, built programs that they can be very proud of as they leave those schools, looking for them to do the same thing with our programs. And I think we've got the foundation, we've got the ability to be successful in the long term, and look for both of them to take us to greater heights as we move forward.
And looking back at the winter for just a moment, the women's indoor track and field team as well as the men's swimming and diving teams both brought home Atlantic 10 titles and both had a number of individual champions as well. Talk about their success, because they had quite a winter season, both teams.
Yeah, they're very proud of those two winning championships for us. We've now got 3 Atlantic 10 titles, which ties for the most of any school in the league through the first 2 seasons. Really proud of the things that Russ and Julia were able to do with their teams. Had some great individual accomplishments, but those were really team championships in a lot of ways, even though you have a lot of individual success. And to be honest with you, we really look for that to push us in the spring to maybe get 2, 3, 4 more. And really end the year on a great note. And it was a great end of the winter for those 2 programs. And we expect a lot from our programs, and there's certainly 2 that have come through in the past.
Obviously, spring football, some see it as the beginning of football season, even though the games start Labor Day weekend. This upcoming season, the 2016 season, will be the first season that during the FBS era, UMass will be an independent, playing a schedule that you had a large part in drawing up. What are your thoughts about this first year of independence coming up?
We're excited about it. We're excited about the visibility for our football program, what it means to be nationally represented at Florida and South Carolina and BYU and Hawaii, and even bring in Boston College and Mississippi State as some of the opponents that we're going to play in 2016. Gives us the opportunity to really develop a young FBS program to generate interest not only in the Commonwealth but in our region and beyond. And it all starts when we finish the season and we get into strength and conditioning with Joe Connolly, who's new to UMass, and he's done a nice job in this offseason. We've had a culmination of some success in spring football. I think Coach Whipple's pretty pleased with some of the things that he sees. We'll get some newcomers, some transfers, and some freshmen coming in the summer and get them up to speed and prepared for the fall. And the next 3 or 4 months are really important to what we do Labor Day weekend when we take on Florida in week 1.
And the second week of the year at Gillette Stadium, Boston College will be coming to Foxborough. UMass will be the home team, certainly. And I remember a couple of years ago when that game was played, there was a lot of interest, a lot of energy in that stadium. Anytime UMass and Boston College meet, whatever the sport, whatever the venue, people get excited, people notice, and people certainly do show up.
Sure. No, it's going to be a great time for us. We're hoping to really draw a great crowd for that event and celebrate football, FBS football in this region, especially in the state. And as an ACC school, it's had a level of success in their history. We look to take our program to the next level, and competing against Boston College is something that we think we can do in the long term. And it starts in week 2 at home at Gillette, and we're excited about the opportunity. Always to build your program, opportunity to play programs that have had a level of success that you aspire to. Will be a good yardstick for us, a good measuring stick as we enter independent football in year 5 of FBS play.
A lot of exciting things happening here, athletically speaking, on the Amherst campus. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.